Hello everyone and welcome back to EU3. Tonight we are in Austria and it is very cloudy and we are here with Matty. I don't know if he's in the call, but we are waiting for one driver who is supposed to be in a Haas. Um, Other than that, we do have a reserve in, where is the name? That's Mike's IGVT, and we do have a car out on track already. That is Darko. He's supposed to be in the Haas. It is Andre who is first. So let's get the track map up and we should be good to go. Hopefully. also on board.
Hi.
He's back. He's alive.
Yes. Whether the PlayStation is going to make it now because it's a delayed start, we'll find out in about an hour and 10 minutes time. But yeah, we are all good. That was more chaotic than it should have been.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
I mean, we are live and we are ready to see some action.
Live, we are ready to go. I'm currently sweltering in my version of the commentary box at the moment.
I've just noticed Andre's on the hearts.
Very warm currently in the south of the UK at the moment.
Oh, it's the same in Denmark. Don't you worry.
It's been apparently 31, 32 degrees, feeling like 36 or 37 today, and I have been out in it in full force. So it's
been a warm day.
Yeah, it felt like a long day, a warm day, but we're here, we've made it, and we should have everybody ready to go. That looks like somebody could be in trouble there straight away. Mike in the Alpine on an outlap, the same as King Luke, so that could be interesting to see their thoughts on that one. We are around Austria this evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's round 3 of season 14. That means, Akko, after tonight, we're going to be a quarter way through the season already.
Yay!
Woohoo!
I mean, it's been a good race so far in the season. I mean, I've only been there for one, but oh, and Saike has invalidated the last corner. I did see some people struggling with Austria.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's mostly track limits, I think.
Oh, Akko, I've had some great news.
And that is?
It's going to rain the race, people.
Rain in the race? Lovely.
Rain in the race. Piney Penguin is, what's the word I'm looking for here? Furious. That it's going to be raining. So a wet Austrian race for a change.
We are following Dan around. He is in the Aston Martin. He's on the soft tires. The track does look like it has a bit low grip for now. People are struggling with the rear quite a bit.
Ah, there we go. Darko Raja is in. So, whilst everybody's on their first runs, and there's a few announcements. Good news. EU3, Akko, we're now up to 18 drivers. Bear in mind, we were only on 13 or 14 a few weeks ago. I say 18, 17, because I've just seen Sid still in there. So 17 drivers, which is great. Introductions over the last couple of weeks. We've got Moncho from last week. The new guys, we have Shane has returned, everybody. He's in the Kick Sauber, so I'm excited to be his constructor's teammate for this season. And we also have Darko Raja, who is in the should be in the Haas. And he's in the Haas tonight, which is fantastic. We have Mike's in the Alpine. That is a reserve. He's just got to prove himself to see where he is compared to everybody else, because his pace test around Kota wasn't the strongest. However, a good sign to see him relatively not too far off the pace. So I reckon it would be him and Ashton towards the back of the EU3 grid.
Yep.
There's some weird tyres going on.
Yeah, a lot of medium and hards. That is a bit surprising. We got Ty finishing out his lap. So fastest lap so far is a 1.5.7. I don't want to say anything, but I did expect him to go at least into the fourth in EU3. But it could be low track grip conditions. Um, but it doesn't look too bad.
No, it doesn't look too.
Oh, Ashton has DNF'd. What did he do?
Where's that?
How? Where? Did he do it in the pits? Oh,
Must have done.
he's cold. We do have Kev out. I mean, Kevin, he was really fast last time.
He was. I'm having. I don't know about anyone else. I'm having problems with the stream. Like, it seems to be very laggy for me, my end.
Is it laggy?
I don't know.
I'm gonna try and watch on my phone. Should be fine. I mean, I was streaming last night.
Yeah, nothing. I might have to restart my laptop or something because it looks very weird. I will sort that out in a little bit. Hopefully it's still.
No, it should be fine.
Probably my end. Don't worry about it. I will try and sort that out. Hopefully then the lobby isn't lagging around like crazy.
No, it looks fine.
It also looks fine. That's a bit strange. Okay, cool. We'll move on. 5 people yet to set a lap time at the moment. We've got Dougie, Piney, Darker, Raja, and Cygate, and Kevin.
Yeah, we do have Kevin. He's purple sector 1 and he's going into turn 4 now. It is quite a different corner. Usually want to get into 3rd, then up to 4th on exit, then it's into a long left-hander. Oh, and Andre's on to P1 for now. So track does look to get a bit more grippy.
I think the track's going to be at its best. Like
Did he back out? Oh, I'm confused.
Oh, that's why. I can see some sunshine breaking its way through the clouds, so the track temperature should be hotting up a little bit, so it should be a little bit more favourable for the drivers out there at the moment. Dougie's going to finish his lap around this 9-turn circuit. I think it's 9.
Slots into P7. Do have Kevin on a lap. He is currently a second up in sector 1 on his 19.9, but that wasn't. I think he slowed down for some reason. Didn't look like it from on board, but I couldn't really see the refs, so heading into this corner, it's basically flat, tiny lift maybe for these drivers, and then it's 2 long right-handers, very fast as well. Very easy to run wide in both of them. He's on to the wide line, it's up to the line, it's at 1.5.4, and Andre is still in P1. He's done really well.
Andre still in P1. Let's see, Luke is 3.5 temps up through the first sector already as he goes round into turn 5, and then the double left-hander of 6 and 7 where we get the sector 2 split halfway between these 2 corners. 4 temps up and purple in the middle sector then. Not much time left.
Yeah.
In the lap.
Want to go up to the curb. It's very easy.
Don't cut it.
I'm surprised it didn't slide out. It is up to P3.
Lost a lot of time though. Lost about a 10.5.
We have
that slide.
Dan on a lap. He's marginally down in sector 1. Heading into turn 4. It is 3rd gear up to 4th on exit. It's all the way up. Want to go on the curb here to maximize your entry, and it's very easy to spin in this corner actually. He's marginally up. He hasn't had the best of laps. I think he might go into the pits maybe, unless he made a mistake in his last run in sector 3. He does do that quite nicely, and it's a 1.5.8, so not a big improvement, but it's very close.
It's very close. Moncho is improving, 10th and a half up on his time at the moment because he's got an identical lap time to the two-spell wizard at the moment.
Yes, he does indeed, and that line is not the fastest. He did slide a bit on exit. It is a 3/10 improvement for Macho on to P4 now. Piney is getting out the way for Haas. That is
Kev
Doggy.
goes on to pole by 10th.
Not even a 10th.
Sorry, it was a 10th improvement.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Doggy through the last corner, not up to the line. I think people are very scared of that last corner. It is 1.5 tenth improvement, so he moves up into P10. We have two spell on a lap. He's now heading into turn 3. He is 0.5 tenth down. A bit of a wobbler on the exit, and it's now DRS open up to 8th gear. You want to brake very late here and get the car turned in, and then early on traction, as that's where you gain time in that corner. It's trying to maintain speed here, a bit of a car on the outside there, and you do have an Alpine up in front as well. He is 2.5 tenths up, even though he was down in the first sector. Is the Alpine going out their way? No, he is not. I don't know if he's on a lap or not. He might be. Oh, almost spun. And it is up to P5 for two spell.
Yeah, the Alpine front was on a lap.
And Dan is 5/10 up for now on his lap.
Yes. Well, this could be a run for pole.
It's
not quite.
It is not quite. We do have Andre. He's going on to a lap now on the soft tires. This is very early, but then he does have a bit of a free track. So he's running up to turn 3 now. Quite a long straight. Got a Aston on the inside, giving him way. He's just about down in the first sector. And now heading in towards turn 4. Quite a difficult corner actually. He is using the curb, both curves actually, and he's using the traction on the curb. You can do that this game, and then it is into, I don't even know, is this 5? I'm actually not sure.
Yeah.
Turn 5,
I'm
turn
not sure.
6. No, I think it's 6 and 7. I don't know. He did look to be up.
This is 9 and 10. So that's 9. This is 10.
Yeah, and it is a 1.5.1 banging lap.
1. By nearly 2 tenths. That's quite a big margin. Yeah, they count the kink, as we're going to come up to it. This kink to the left, that's a corner apparently.
Yeah. I mean, that's turn 2 apparently.
This is just...
We got Shane. Did he just finish a lap? Yeah, he did, I think.
yes.
We got Darko on a lap. He's heading into turn 4. And we are now into whatever corner name this is. I actually don't know, because I usually don't care. Oh, that's an invalidation. He was sliding all the way on the exit there. I think he was a bit optimistic. He is backing out of that, and he might be trying to get a bit of ERS back. We do have Piney. No, he invalidated. We have Nathan on the lap. He's I don't know what he is, but he's zooming. So, Matty, I'll let you take an onboard lap with Nathan.
I will do. indeed. We are just completed the first sector. We are rushing our way down to turn 4 for Nathan. And I'll be amazed if he carries on this lap because he's running out of ERS. Turn 5 through there, and this is now turn 6 through the double left-hander. And he is a little bit down, which is what I kind of expected with the amount of ERS he's got left. Through turn 7 and that kink of turn 8 before I think the hardest 2 corners on this track, where you got 9 where you're going to run wide and 10 not to cut the inside too much and run wide on exit, and he is going to be, yep, as I expected, 3.5 tenths down on his current lap time. I don't know why when I go to load up the stream and it's on an advert it can do it, but yet when I go to view it it's PowerPoint. It's very strange, but that's fine.
Oh, 4 tenths off
I
for
can
Piney
see.
in sector 1.
Who else is out there challenging? Doug is improving, and Doug is improving so much so that he's going to be inside the top 10 if this carries on. Round the last corner for the Haas driver, and it is a 15.5, and it puts him P5 for Dougie.
We have a Williams coming around to start a lap. That is Kevin, and we have a Ferrari crossing the line. I don't know if he was starting a lap or not. But we do have Piney, he's closing out a lap. So he's gonna go up to the line, and it's a 1.5.3 for Piney. It's not too bad, but Kevin is in for a shot at pole position. He is a 10th up in sector 1. He's now sliding his way through turn 4 on exit. Wanna maximize, and he is taking the tightest line through and close to the curb. Don't touch it, you will spin out all over the curb here, so you can maximize. 2 tenths up for now. Is it enough? I don't think so. Oh,
what a
damn!
final sector! He was nowhere. I was watching the lap, and he was absolutely nowhere. And then all of a sudden, 2.5 tenths pulled out the bag for the final sector. Kevin, as you were saying, flying his way round.
Up to the line. Second place.
Not quite.
Only just. We do have Luke. Oh, he's invalidated. What about Sygate? He is. Looks to be.
That'll be it for some.
Yeah, he's not on a lap. So that is it for qualifying. Dan on pole again. When did he become fast? Absolutely woke up.
Became slight. Whoa.
He woke up after I told him he should start getting to grips. So Dan is in P1. We have Kevin in P3. Andre's up in P2 for Kevin. P3 for Andre. Beautiful for the kick. Luke is P4. Piney P5. Ducky P6. Modu P7. Pipetech P8. Two Spell in P9. Sygate in P10. Then we have Darko, Nathan, Ty, Shane. I don't think he really got a run in. Mike, and we got Ashton at the back. Turn 1 is brutal. Can be. I do expect to see a front wing flying, because I would assume most people in here are using the racing line, so they can see when to brake going into turn 1.
Oh! Look at that!
Oh, full wet.
There's some rain. Shame.
This is horrible conditions to race in.
Monsoon-like conditions.
I mean, I would expect the full wet tires to be used in these conditions.
I would like to say I feel sorry for him, but no, I don't. This is going to be entertaining, everybody. It should be a race full of incidents and drama. I'm looking forward to not just turn 1, but I'm looking forward to turn 3 and turn 4 on the opening lap of this race.
Is it wet? I don't think so. I would say that we should start on dry tires. We do have the lights on, and it is full with tires on. The cars on the grid. We do have an Aston on pole. It is lights out, and away we go. And it is a good start for Dan. And we have King Luke jumping up into P3 on the start.
I can't see a thing.
I am lucky I can't, because there was almost an incident. We have Sidegate moving up. Pipe Tech is off somewhere. I don't know where. He's going slow. But Dan does have a second's lead for now. We have Piney fighting, and we have Sidegate moving up. He's got a wiggle on the exit. It is side by side. Oh, and the house is onto the grass.
Dougie. I can't see anything with the spray.
And we have an Haas versus Haas. Kevin Magnussen versus Nico Hulkenberg. It is side by side still through here, and Darko is in front for now.
Yeah, Two Spell and Piney came close together, and it looks fairly close up front.
Still close together. Oh, Shane is off, and he's on the gravel. What else? We have Mike's. He's struggling as well. The rear on that Alpine is not looking too great. Kev is coming back towards Dan. We have Luke, Andre, and Two Spell. Is this Saka DK? No, I'm not alive. So Pipe Tech is into the pits. I would assume that is for a new front wing. No, it is not. But he should have had one, because he's missing an end plate.
And we've seen Darko Raja going inside of Sidegate. We had the pleasure of racing him on Friday, I think.
Yeah.
For those that did it. And, be interested to see when we get a dry race what he's going to be like, because his dry pace actually wasn't too bad.
Oh, we got a driver spinning. That is Mike's. He's off.
Mike.
We have Shane fighting Ashton. He's up into P13. We got... Oh, Darko, he spun.
Darko Raj. Commentator's curse.
We got Kevin being attacked by King Luke into turn 9. It is side by side for both of them, and it is turn 10, and it is Luke's position. So he is now up into P2. He went from P4 to P2 in 2 laps. So that's amazing.
That's probably not the place I'll try to do. Luke went fastest, Two Spell, quickest man that time around. We got a gap from the top 6 to everybody else as they're squabbling for places. The big movers so far: Ty up 5, Sidegate up 3, Two Spell is up 4. The big losers are Pipe Tech with 8 places down because of that front wing change, and Darko Raja well.
So the top 6 is very close together, actually. And then we got a train forming behind as well. Oh, Ty is trying on the outside. No, he gets the door closed on him, and it's now single line into here. There's really no way to make it work. Oh, he's trying. He's looking for it.
Seems to have a lot more downforce when you go on board with him compared to the Red Bull front. Red Bull, we know it is Sidegate, tends to run that slightly lower downforce setup. So what we'll probably see is Ty get really close to here in the corners, and then we'll see the Red Bull just scurry away up the straight, but there's some battery being dumped by people here. And
through turn 1, and
Ty
he's
will have
really
to wait again.
close. But then it comes onto the straight, and he is zooming away in the Red Bull.
Yep.
If he's feeling lucky, he could dive down the inside, but Saget does do well.
Oh, who's that? It's Mike.
He's
It's a tough first race, isn't it? Being the wet.
It is a tough race, and it is still single line in the top 6. Piney is struggling to keep up with the front group. His rear does look a bit slidey. And King Luke is all over the back of Dan. He's maybe touching him a bit through the corners. He's got pace in that Red Bull, and he's now on the outside trying to look for the inside into turn 9. No, it doesn't. Thinks better of it, I think.
Oh, Sage's dropped it and Ty's gone through.
Oh, and he's lost a lot of positions as well.
Yeah, proper tank slapper. It's not in the wall, thank goodness. He's managed to save it, but yeah, 3 laps they're lost. Sorry, not 3 laps, 3 positions they're lost as Piney has gone and set the fastest lap to join the back of this train, and now all over the back of the Wizard in front, who's gonna think about a move on Andre.
Up the inside he goes.
Tiptoe through. Oh, door slightly closed there. And elbows given back. And
oh,
we
and
have a drag race.
He is in front. So Andre now down to P5.
The Wizard going for a double here and going for Kevin as well. Kevin left the door open and was a little bit fairer on that occasion.
Yep, I mean, he did let him go, and Andre is also going through. Oh, and he's into the back of Two Spell. I'm surprised if he does not have damage from that.
No visual damage as Piney also getting very close to the back of that kick. Salber out of shape now. Now it's Piney possibly down the inside of turn 9. That would be a little bit scary.
He does think better of it. This time he doesn't take anyone out. At least not yet. I don't want to curse him. But it does look to be slowing down a bit with the rain, does it not?
It is. X427 fast lap. Ty's just putting a 17.5. Gap between himself and the top 6 has come down by quite a bit, Hako. 3 seconds. Bear in mind that was 5 seconds a lap or so ago. So Ty on the move to get things done, and Kevin and Wizard are exchanging tyres and rubber.
And Moncho is going up the inside of Ducky. He's now up into P8, and he's now gonna try and see if he can catch the Ferrari in front. Dan does have a gap to Luke now. We have Shane getting past Nathan in the McLaren, so Kick is closer to the points now with both cars. We have Andre, he's all over the back of Two Spell. He is trying to get a move done. He is sliding. Oh, and Piney does go for a move, and I don't think Andre knew he was there. So it is side by side into turn 9. They keep it clean, and through goes Andre. I'm surprised they didn't crash.
Ty is now 1 second behind everybody else, 17.3, so he's found his groove.
Piney showing he is there. He's now gonna try and make the move up into turn 3. I was about to say turn 2. So up into turn 3 he goes on the brakes, he slides in behind. There's no way for him to get past now. Ty is now almost within slipstream. King Luke is catching up to Dan again. Dan is managing his race nicely for now. Other than that,
between
yeah,
Roger and Ashton. Mike picked up 3 seconds. By the way, we've had 6 laps, and that's the first track limit penalty. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm pleasantly surprised considering the conditions.
Yeah, I am as well. Luke is all over the back of the Aston now. Kevin is catching up as well. Two Spell is falling a bit behind. I think the full wedge might be overheating slightly at this point.
Quite possibly. Ty now, since he's caught the back of the train, is now stuck.
Yeah, I mean, he does look to have a lot of downforce on the car. I think that might be why he has so much grip. We have yellow flags in sector 3.
Yeah, Mike's lost it again out of turn 8. That Alpine
Oh!
rear end is struggling.
Could be tire pressures, if I'm gonna be honest. It does look like the tires just don't have any grip. It doesn't even look downforce related. So Luke is all over the back of Dan now. This is insane. He's like glued to the back of that Aston. Kevin is catching up. Two Spell is falling further behind.
Be interesting to see if he's picked up any damage anywhere, because he's had a couple of scuffles with people already in these opening 7 or 8 laps or so.
Yes, he have. Heading into turn 1, Andre's gonna try and get close to 2 Spell. He's gonna try and see if he can make it work up into turn 3. He's a bit too far behind. Luke is staying behind Dan for now. No need to make the move if you feel like it's safer to stay behind.
Or possibly go. I thought he was going to go for a move. They both had a bit of a interesting exit. So we're going to see if Two Spell can close up to the gap to the leaders again. I'm keeping an eye on Moncho as well, because he got past Dougie a couple laps ago, and let's see if he can close down the gap to Ty, or whether it's going to be pretty much.
Oh, Luke on the inside in the middle sector. He's up into P1 now. Just as I said, it looked like he was sliding in behind. He makes the move in sector 2. I did not expect that. It did look great though. And
Ashton's going to get it stopped. Oh, he's off the track. I was going to say, he's going to do very well to get that stopped against Nathan.
Yeah, Dan is struggling now. It does look like he is now having to fight off Kevin. Rain does look to have slowed down a tiny bit.
Yeah, still full wet though. That's interesting.
Pioneer
Garthus
with a penalty.
Yeah, and that's of the front runners as well. And considering how close the gap is now, Wizards got it down to 1.2 seconds. It's going to be an interesting fight on our hands. We're going to have a seven car fight at the early stages of this race.
Dan is trying to move on Luke. He does look to have really great what's it called? Straight line speed. I am completely sleeping. Oh, we have Mike's retired in the pits. That's he was struggling quite a bit.
Okay.
Yep.
Either Luke has absolutely nailed down this lap, or Danny's made a mistake.
I mean, it looks like Dan has very little downforce on the car.
Because the gap's now 1.5 seconds. That's hopefully it doesn't come out.
Andre's all over the back of Two Spell, and he's got Pioneer right behind. Pioneer does have a penalty, but that shouldn't. You shouldn't care about that now, because if he can make the move and if he's got pace, he can maybe pull away, especially with the fighting going on. Kevin being overtaken by Two Spell down the inside. He is going, and it is Two Spell up into P3. Aston Martin 2-3 for now. Oh, Kevin, he spun it. He's touched the rear of the Aston. Oh, and he's now into the wall, and that is front wing damage for the Williams. I think he did touch the wall.
Yeah, no visual damage, so hopefully he can get away with it. So that's somebody's blinked. That's the first person that's blinked, and that is now a 6-car fight. But Luke is pulling away, and it seems I'll be amazed if we don't see a multi-21 down at Aston, as is all now over the back of his teammate, and that gap out front is growing to nearly 3 seconds.
Yeah, he does look to struggle a bit now then, as the rain has lightened up a bit. You can see the racing line slightly forming. It is two spell going up the outside, and then
Time Piney, he's got to get it stopped. Oh, that could have ended quite badly.
but he didn't take anyone out yet. So side by side from Ty and Piney, it does look like Ty may have it. No, he doesn't. Or does he? It is the outside line. Piney does look to be ahead for now. It's side by side, heading into here. It is still side by side all over the curb for Ty, and bit of a barge in between the two of them. Ty does look to... They're still side by side.
Oh, I thought the McLaren was going to lose it there, and we could have seen a monumental crash.
But he is slotting in behind now. Dan has been dropped by his own teammate as well. Two spell is faster than Luke in front by a tenth, I think.
Yeah.
And Piney's got another penalty.
Oh, that's not good. One you could have got away with, two at the moment, considering nobody else has got a penalty around you. That is probably going to be race damaging, that one.
Most likely will be.
Race of attrition. Always is when it's in the wet. And, well, Pine's got to just sit and hope that others now make mistakes, and he can keep it clean now for the next 23 laps of this Austrian Grand Prix.
I did think there were a lot less laps left, but it is the West, so it does take quite a bit more time to get around. Still got half a race left.
We have. We've got the interesting decisions of, will people stop for wets, or will people try and carry these wets out for as long as possible? If it's going to go to intermediates, we don't know. Well, we know it's going to rain in the race. We don't know about the intensity. We hadn't been told about that. So interesting to see. Kevin, after his spin hacker, has joined the back of this queue.
Even with a faster slap, so he's on the attack on Piney now. He's gonna try and go down the inside, and there is ERS being spammed, and Piney is catching up to Ty as well. Down the inside for the Williams. Oh, almost touching the Ferrari. Does he get the exit? I am not sure. Shane does get a penalty.
Not, we are side by side. Got it stopped very well there, Kevin. And he's gonna now just hold position behind the Ferrari. Shane has picked up a penalty down in 11th place. Good to have him back. He probably wasn't hoping it was going to be wet though, his first race out, but you never know. Moncho isn't bringing the gap down. I think Dougie's quicker than him at this stage of the race.
Dan is really struggling. He's losing to his teammate. I think Luke has made a big mistake because he's lost a lot of time to spell on this lap. He lost 1.5 seconds on one lap, so there must have been a big mistake by the Red Bull somewhere. Kevin is going for a move on Ty. It is down the inside for the Williams, and the Williams should be ahead unless Ty can get the traction down. He can't, and it is now a Williams into the top 5 once again.
We've had our first pit stop, scheduled pit stop anyway. Sygate's come in for another set of wet tyres. That will probably now take him to the end of the race. Let's see what he can do on those wet tyres and get them working straight away. So that would suggest that the rain intensity would continue. Well, he's got 3 seconds by running wide at turn 3, so it's probably not the greatest start for what he was looking to try and do, but is what it is. I'm surprised, Hacko, that Two-Spell's not pulled away more from his teammate.
Yeah, Dan does look a bit more composed now, but he's under pressure from Andre every lap going into turn 3. But you can see that the Aston got insane top speed because he's pulling away on the straights. Even with Andre in the slipstream. Piney is down the inside. He's now on the
No,
outside.
he's not.
He's really lagging.
He's ghosting. I don't know what's happening. Dan's did lose it to Andre. He's got it back. Gap to lead. Taco's come down to 1.5 seconds all of a sudden. Another little mistake from Luke out in front. He has regained all his battery. But that could be why. He is underfueled currently, and so is his teammate.
Could be. So the Williams is into the pits. So he's gonna try and brake nicely, and he does that. And he's probably gonna go on to a new set of wets. I would think should come out ahead of Shane.
Pony!
I think he's in love with the track limits.
He loves turn 1. Or running wide at the exit turn 1. That is 9 seconds of penalties. Now it's gone from possibly... Oh, his teammate is also in trouble. Nathan's off. And Sygate's nearly just put it in the wall around the last corner. He's gone from fighting possibly for a win to now, is he going to be able to keep it in the points once everybody's made their stops properly? Because at the moment, he's probably going to struggle to do that.
Could be. There's quite a big of a gap down to Shane though.
Dougie's also, I think, just overheated his tyres as well, because he's sliding around all over the place. This, that, Ty.
So Dan is into the pits. Andre is now into P3. And Ty's P4. Dan does look to try and see if he can get out ahead of Kevin.
Kevin. It's going to be tight on the inside of that pit exit for Dan. Kevin's going to come around the outside.
Get past. He is going to get past. And Dan is not going to get overtaken by Shane. But fresher tires on the wet tires is very key on this game. As you do gain quite a bit of time on fresh wet tires.
So let's keep an eye then. The gap to lead, Hacko, is 22.3 seconds.
Should come down.
Where Dan is compared to our leader. Is anybody going to respond?
Going into the pits. Luke going into the pits. Andre going into the pits. Ty staying out.
Ty stays out.
Piney
stays out. Moncho in. Dougie's follows as well in that little battle where Dougie's lost out the last few laps because he's now 4.5 seconds behind Moncho.
Dan has lost quite a bit of time to Kevin.
Yeah, that's why.
Fastest lap.
15.9 has drained a lot of battery, and Kevin all of a sudden, everybody, hello.
Into the net
we have
lead.
ourselves a new lead. Luke has come up behind both the Aston Martins. Dan holding down the inside. Luke will have to go round the outside to try and get this move done. He won't get any space on the outside, I guarantee you of that. So, Wizard, after that, ahead of Luke. But Kevin has gone from, what was it, 6th to 1st?
Yes, it is. That's what I said though. The wet tires, when they get used, they drop pace massively, and it's a very strong undercut on the wet tires. Um, so as you can tell, he's got heat in the tires as well. So he's gonna probably create a bit of a gap for now. He's purple in sector 2, and he will now go through the last 2 corners. Luke is all over the back of Dan though.
Oh, and Dougie's just run wide. Under pressure from Darko Roger behind. He shouldn't be though, because Roger's not pitted yet, and Dougie has. Kevin 15.8, pumping these laps in.
Dan
Piney,
sticking with his teammate for now. Piney is out behind Shane.
Oh, Shane, yeah, who's just picked up 3 seconds.
Welcome, Corey. We're actually having a thrilling race in the rain.
Yeah, it's been.
He is looking for
It's
the
a
move,
good one. It is.
but he's gonna stay behind for now.
It's been a great race of strategy. Luke was in the lead, finds himself 5th after the round of pit stops, as Aston Martin have managed to get ahead, and that Aston Martin of X427 is like a wide car. Oh, down the inside of 8. That's probably not where I would have tried to do it, because he is holding up Luke, well, quite beautifully in terms of defensive driving and teamwork, because Two-Spell now has 2 seconds gap between himself and his teammate. Meanwhile, Kevin Hacko, again, fastest lap, 15.5.
He is looking very comfortable right now. He's made 3.5 seconds of gap, and Ty is out ahead of Dan as well, and that's all because of that defensive driving. Will he stay out in front?
Oh, up and under.
No, he won't, and he will be overtaken by Luke as well, probably. No, he won't, unless he cut him
He
off.
will.
On the outside, he does look to have quite a bit of grip, but Luke does have grip as well. He is ahead of the Ferrari. Andre is now trying to have a look on the outside of that scarlet red car. Luke down the inside in turn 8
not again.
And Ty is going around the outside on that occasion.
I thought Luke would have learnt from the lap before not to do that move, because you kind of just sticking your nose in and then waiting for the contact to happen as the slide from X427
oh,
through the last
Luke
corner.
Is out. He's not out, but he's in the wall, and he's got wall damage, wing damage.
Yeah, Andre also just picked up a penalty as well, so that's not particularly very good. Shane has come into the pits for the time being. Luke has spun it again, I think, because Dougie's now got past him.
Ty still behind Aston Martin. That Aston does have a white car.
It has a wide rear, I'll say it, don't worry.
Thank you. So Luke had a great first stint, and it's all just hasn't worked out for him.
Be honest, I think he kind of did himself a little bit by trying to do those half-hearted moves to Dan, and it wasn't. It just
you have to commit when you do it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
When you do a stunt like that, you have to commit
It
to
was-
it. Oh,
it was
Andre down under after turn 8.
Ties. Yeah, what was it, front wing to rear tyre? It's not rear. Kind of just got a bit more.
you have to be like at least up by
Oh, Piney on tie.
a bit
Meanwhile,
deep, a bit of a touch on the exit, but nothing major. He does look to. He doesn't really have to straight on speed, does he, Piney? Or does he? He's sending it down the inside.
oh, he's going to have to try and get that stop. Ty will up and under. He will do what Danny did to him, and Andre is still behind X427. Shane's just picked up another penalty as Luke has come into the pits to fix that red ball. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hako, he's on the intermediate tyre, the green ones.
He does. I mean,
And
he does
by
need
the
to
way,
try something.
Andre's on those as well, by the way.
Oh yeah, he is.
And so is Shane. We didn't pick that up because we didn't check the graphic. We just presumed everybody at pit went onto it. So Andre on the intermediates. Shane also on the intermediate tyre. And Luke
Ty
has just
getting
come out
penalty.
also.
Or Andre's on the inside towards turn 1. He does look to have great grip on those intermediates. So Rain should be slowing down then. It must be at a crossover if the inters work.
I have no idea. Shane all over the back of Sidegate then. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, Pioneer and Ty well, they're coming to blows again. Not for the first time this evening.
They do like a bit of archie-barchie. And McLaren is ahead going into turn 4. No, he is not,
No, it's
because
not.
that's a deep. That's a bit of a set from Ty, but he does make it side by side into this corner. He does have the inside, and that is key, and he is now ahead. Or is he? Is it the down and under from Piney? No, it is not. He cannot make the move stick. And
As a what?
he's drifting as well.
A famous Dutchman just said, switch back.
You lagged out. I don't know. Or did his PlayStation probably died? Am I alone? I think I might be alone. Kevin is ahead. He is 6 seconds in front. 2 spell is going through. He's getting up to a lap car. That is Nathan. Andre does look to try and get past the Aston Martin off there now. But he really can't make the move stick. King Luke is on the inters, and he's setting faster laps. So it is inters, but it isn't a lot faster than what they're doing on wet tires. And Nathan has gotten a 3-second time penalty. He's moving. Is he moving out the way? Yes, he is. You know, he is pitting. So Ty is very close to Andre. Andre is trying to see if he can get a move going on the Aston Martin. Can he make it this time around? No, he doesn't get a good exit, so he will need to wait and see into turn 4. I mean, the Inters do have a lot of grip, but they are not a lot faster yet. Might all change later on. Did Maddie die or something? King Luke is going even faster now, so the Inters are definitely the tires to be on. He is going almost a second quicker than anyone on wet tires. So if we follow with Andre, you can see tires all over the rear of him, and so is Andre on the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is bleeding time to the cars ahead. It is now a 5-second gap up to his teammate. I've lost echo. Did I? My Discord died. I need to restart it. That's why. My Discord started updating. If you should be able to invite me back in the call, right? If my Discord wants to work. It does. Can't reconnect. I don't know if you can invite. Um, I am waiting to see if I can join the call. Dan, did I don't know what's happened to Dan. He's going ahead of Piney. There must have been an incident or something. He's lost a lot of time. Andre is behind Ty. Two-spot is catching Kevin in front. Did my everything just die or something? I am trying something real quick. I don't know if I don't know what's going on. Um, am I out the lobby? I'm alive. Hello.
We're slightly alive. I don't know what's happened with the stream, but it's there. Everybody's here. Sid's here. Something's here. We saw an outrageous move, I think, from Andre on Dan, and then Ty took advantage. So Ty's up into P3. You probably saw it on the graphic, but now we can tell you about it, what happened. Nathan has also come in on the intermediate tyre, so has Darko Raja. It is slowing down a little bit. We've still got 7 laps remaining of the Austrian Grand Prix, round 3 of the season 14 Contest Speed EU3 Championship.
Definitely, Kevin is dominating right now, though. He's absolutely flying in the lead. 7.5 seconds ahead.
There's going to be some big losers here. Piney's on 12 seconds of penalties. He gets one more, he's going to be behind Dougie. And Sygate has put himself in. Sygate ran out of fuel. Was he just sliding? No, he's just sliding. So everybody from P9 down will be on a set of intermediate tyres with 6 laps remaining. Nathan, I have no idea what's just happened. I think he's just been lapped. He has been lapped.
Yep. Hasn't had a best of races. Side gate is coming out. He is not lapped yet.
Shane's got 12 seconds as well. It's 3 seconds from third down to fifth. Piney's on 12 seconds. Shane's on 12 seconds. Sidegate's on 6. Nathan is on 3. The important thing is we have 14 drivers left. Pipetech has retired. I didn't quite catch that because we were trying to sort out our technical difficulties. But Andre seems to have stopped getting or being able to get closer. Whether he's got damage or not from his incident with the Aston Martin, I do not know.
I don't know. I didn't see it because I was trying to fix the Discord problems.
Paco was panicking.
I thought my internet went, but it was just
Yeah,
Discord
I
being
don't know what.
weird.
I have no idea. Twitch is not work. It was working on my laptop. It's now not again. And then I go into my phone and it's fine. So I don't know what's happening. It's just everything's just falling apart because it's slightly warm in Europe at the moment. Andre, 3 seconds. That changes quite a few things because he will now finish behind Danny in the Aston Martin at the moment.
Most definitely will, but Dan does have a McLaren behind who, even though he's got penalties, he still wants to fight. So, I mean,
Oh, Shane's nearly put it on the wall. He's trying to overtake Dougie because he's on the intermediates and Dougie's on the wets. And Shane, at the moment, looks a lot happier on these tyres despite that incident.
yeah, the Inters are definitely tires to be on. At least that's what I think. It looks like the best tire to be on.
Oh, Piney down the inside of 7. Oh, we've seen that not go too well already this evening.
All this fighting does help Andre though. Bit of a slide by Piney there on the exit. And this field is spreading a bit now. Shane is very close to the rear of that Haas.
Oh, that was nearly a little bit too close for comfort.
He's
Well,
using a lot of curb into turn 1.
Yeah, that'll be a warning easily.
Yeah, I mean, even the curb, you shouldn't really use it. It spits you out like crazy. That's my experience when I did my race here. Not in COS. Matty belongs in this tier. Said Matty could school you on any given day.
Ironic that I've scored more points in EU1 though this season than I have in EU2. I'm doing an Ollie Behrman.
It was the same with me in EU2 last season. I did score quite a few points in EU1. Oh, Shane on the inside into turn 9. Will he make it stick? He should have the grip to make it stick, but he does back out because...
Oh, Dougie runs wide though.
Yeah, he does, and he gets pushed a bit off, but I mean, that was Shane's corner.
Ironically, they gave each other too much space into the first corner, the first part of that double right-hander, and then the second part they didn't give each other enough room. They went the other way.
Definitely.
X427 in trouble here, Hako, of not getting that place off of Andre. Needs to do something at the moment. Got 2 and a bit laps to do so. Gap is 3 4 seconds, and it's a 3-second time penalty difference between the two drivers.
Yeah, I mean, Dan does look. It looks like he might have had a bit more of a try setup on. Ty has closed up quite a bit to spell. I will give Ty that he did look flying when he was in clean air.
Hmm.
And Kevin hasn't pulled a bigger gap.
No, very much managing, and he has ERS to spare. I've just had a look. He's got this one covered. Shane is
On 15 seconds now.
I've seen Shane disqualified before from a race for track limits. I didn't think the first race back he would try and replicate the feat again. That's 2 warnings in basically 2 corners. One on the entrance and one on the exit. Dougie's just picked up his first 3 seconds. Piney's got 15. That is very important.
How do we manage?
Because it would definitely mean who goes past. It goes.
We do have a battle for
Moncho.
P11.
We do.
Let's focus on this because it is the last lap. But we can focus on this fight while it is going on. Psychic is gonna try to move on Darko. He does make it stick around the outside. He can break late into the corner. And he has to avoid Darko.
Didn't close the door off though. It wasn't enough. Cygate's under fueled, so he probably does want to be sitting behind the Haas if he wants to make it to the end of the race.
Probably. This is like Haku you on Kota with the pens. I mean, I didn't get a pen for my move, so I don't know what you're on about.
Oh, Ashton needs to use his ERS, but he's about to put his personal best lap of the race in with a few corners to go. Kevin.
Oh, he almost dropped it.
I was about to say, he's not really put too much of a foot wrong. He's had an earlier incident that he managed to bounce back from. Didn't look like he was going to be the victor of this race after the first stint in terms of pace, but played the strategy very, very well, Hako, and has put himself in line for this victory.
Oh, he almost crashed.
That was one way of.
Oh, side by side along the. Ooh.
Oh, Danny, did he put it in the wall?
And
Moncho's going to jump up a position, yeah, deservedly so.
Shane, he's kept Ducky by a long.
Oh, Cygate and Roger. They're still going, Hako. They're still going from 11th place.
Oh, what a battle for the 11th place. Oh,
no,
and he's
don't
out
worry.
of
There it is. There it is. It was the inevitable. Shane has lost 2 positions. Luke, considering he was facing the wrong way with no wing at one point, 8th place, but what could have been considering he led most of that first stint.
Yeah, I mean, the inters were coming into it at the end of the race, but a full wet race mostly throughout. They weren't fast enough, so you make up the time. But at the end of the race.
Okay, that was a race that, on the whole, the first stint was brilliant. Gave us great entertainment. We thought we were going to have 6 or 7 drivers win. Then the strategy played out, and some very good strategy calls made by some of the drivers. Then we saw the intermediates there being the better tyre at the end. So what could have been if we had a few laps less heavy rain? But yeah, good job to Kevin. Takes the win for round 3.
Most definitely have deserved it.
Yep. More points for Aston Martin, though. That's important for their team and Constructors' Championship credentials. And Hako, I'm going to do my plugs before it all goes horribly wrong.
Yep, do that, so I don't have to.
Okay, lovely. I will do it just in case I have to leave Hako in the dark. If you want to watch more contests of speed action, you can watch AM3 in a few hours' time. They are at 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UK, and 3 a.m. in Central European time. If you want to watch myself make an absolute fool of myself, and if it's going to be raining tomorrow at Austria, you can watch me in EU2. That is Wednesdays 9 p.m. UK, and that is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you finish work early enough from the Americas region, we share our evenings with AM2, EU1, and AM1 on Thursday at its normal times. If Tuesday evenings are your evenings that you are free, and it's EU3 that is the tier that is for you. EU3 will be racing again next week. They go round 4 at Spain for what would be the final time, possibly, considering it won't be on the calendar next year. That will be at Tuesday, 9 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. Eastern, where you can listen to me and Hako talk you through another enthralling Grand Prix.
Definitely. I'm trying to find out what Kevin's name is. Big Boss. Okay. I was wondering who Big Boss was, but I mean that's Kevin. He did have some big
Kevin!
balls with that strategy, so I will
He
give
did.
that to him. It is two spell as well. Um, I forgot who the third car was.
I believe it was Ty.
Yes, it was. I am sleeping a bit. Um,
It's quite late for you now. Yeah. The magic has happened.
we do have some drivers in. We got Mr. Big Balls and Mr. Wizard. We are waiting for P3 in Thai. So while we are waiting, I actually have nothing to say. I mean, I'm completely drained. It's half.
Don't worry, I've got this.
You can ask all the questions you want, Matty. I'm completely drained.
Until I vanish off the face of the earth very quickly.
Yep. I don't think Ty is
Wizard?
coming, so I think you should start with two spell.
Mr. Two Spell.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Interesting race from your perspective. The strategy, there was some inter-team strategy in terms of swapping from places midway through the first stint, and then obviously I believe you got first dibs on the pit stop, and the undercut seemed to be fairly strong.
Yeah, I let Dan box because I had a couple of seconds to him, and there was quite a gaggle behind him. So I let him box first, and then came out behind Mr. Balls. So I was quite happy with that. To be fair, I didn't have the pace really to keep up from that. I was struggling a bit on the second set because it was sort of switch over between the wet and the inters, so I was struggling a bit on traction because we'd gone for a bit more of a straight line to sort of keep the positions in a battle. But in terms of overall lap time, it cost us a few tenths.
Oh, Matty died.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, it was definitely a good race. We did see quite a bit of battling in the league group in the first stint. Were you afraid that you would get damage?
Maybe. I mean, I thought the fighting was really quite clean. To be fair, I thought it was a bit of battling. I got a good start. I think I was 9th at the start and maybe 8th, and jumped up a few places at the beginning, and then had a bit of an overtake spree in the first stint. I was quite happy in the first stint, but then yeah, less happy on the second stint. I wish I'd gone for the intermediates, to be fair, because they seemed to be pretty handy. And I was just sort of sliding a bit here and there, so I couldn't keep up on overall lap time to Kevin once he'd escaped. He had a few temps on me each lap. It was just I could keep ahead if I was ahead on track with the straight line speed, and I could see the straight line speed in sector 1 and up the hill. But after that, in the second sector, in the last couple of corners, I was losing too much time.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin was definitely flying out in the lead, especially the first 4 laps. He was in front of you. I think he pulled 3 seconds, 3.5.
And
In
then
that
just
time.
sort of gradually went up by a couple of tenths each lap. I mean, yeah, it was a fair play to him. That was good. So I was just keeping an eye on P3 then, and then at the end of the race, I was overheating my rears a bit, so I was losing a lot of time to tie clear in the last couple of corners. But other than that, I was quite happy. Took P2. It was good fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great race from the outside perspective. Congratulations with your podium place again.
Thank you. And well done to Kevin.
So, Kevin, going on to you. You won after spinning out midway through. You did do quite a bit of an undercut. How did you feel throughout the race?
Yeah, thanks for the well done there. Yeah, the first stint I felt I had a bit of pace, but I thought I was never catching the leader in 2 spell. But I sort of got tangled up with 1 or 2 people, and then I unfortunately had a little bit of contact and ended up in the wall. But I was quite lucky really that I didn't get any damage. And then I remember the tyre delta on the game is absolutely insane when it comes to wet races. So I said to myself, I'm going to pit before everybody. Once I caught back up to the pack and I made a position, I just thought I'm struggling to overtake anyone. So I thought the best chance of getting in the positions and possibly getting on the podium was to box early. So yeah, I had that in mind as soon as I got back up with the pack. Really, I made 1 spot up, but then I was sort of stuck again. So I just dived into the pits and took a risk really, and then went all out on my first few laps. Managed to get a bit of a lead and just relaxed after that really, and cruised home as much as you can cruise home. I suppose I was still pushing, but not absolutely for leather.
Definitely. I mean, the margin between new wet tires and used wet tires are insane in this game. So it's definitely a good choice to do the early switch. Were you on a wet setup, or was it just a dry setup, or was it a hybrid?
No, it was just a dry setup. I was tempted to change it, but I thought, I haven't played a lot of this game to be honest. So I was don't want to mess with anything, so I just used the dry setup. And I actually practiced the wrong track before the race, so I've been practicing Baku. I had no idea where I got the idea Baku was tonight, but I was practicing the wrong race before the wrong track. Sorry, before the race tonight. So I kind of looked in the lobby and I was like, Austria? Don't remember that.
At least it's a track everyone uses somewhat.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I've already done a race here on 24, so like you say, it's well used in the game, and it has been for many years, so I was very lucky that I had a setup, to be honest, because I've only got a few tracks.
Definitely. Congratulations with your victory tonight, Kevin. You did amazing. Great moves as well. So moving on, I have to end the stream. It's very late. It's half into midnight, something. Half to 12. So thank you guys for joining for interviews. I appreciate it. And congratulations.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for commentating on the race. Look forward to watching it back.
Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. So, going on to end the stream, as you heard, Matty, he did do his plugs I will be going off and I will be going on to the stream ending. We will see you guys next time around, and it will be around Spain. So see you guys and have a good weekend when we get there.